Welcome to Nevermind The Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind The Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermore. It's I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by our good friends over at indiecd.org. Yes, the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest musicians, authors, artists, creatives. Basically, if you have a project and you want to make it happen, you can find the people to facilitate and elevate your project to new heights. You also, for a lifetime fee of 40 dineros, $40, you too can join the ranks on indiecd.org and have a place where you're hosted free of the incessant meddling of billionaires who are trying to use rockets to compensate for their lack of male virility. So, let's see. Just shout out to everyone watching over on Facebook and Twix. I'm sure I've offended one or more of your evil overlords, and I just want to thank you for that. But I'm also going to tell you that it would be irresponsible of me to mention that if you listen to Joe Bachman's first podcast on indiecd.org, you might hear a code that would give you half off. I think it would be cruel and unusual of me to tell you that it's on podcast 1. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm really tired of these allegations. I've simply warned people that I won't do that. I've in no way done that. And anything that people have inferred is entirely on their minds, not mine. Further, we are also brought to you by sales of my books, chiefly of late, of the one, the only, Paints and Hellfire. My story of two rival reporters getting on way the wrong sides of some supernatural battles, the lovely witch lady trying to keep everything together, and the kid caught in the middle. Friends, this is a great book. It will make you respect your cameraman. It will make you love long walks in the woods, as long as they're not the wrong woods, because Rougarou, he come for you. This is it, friends. Get it, buy it, love it, review it. You know what? If you buy it and hate it, review it anyway. Tell me how much you hate it. Burn me to my very soul. But if you enjoy it, please spread the word. And speaking of spreading the word, I need to spread the good word. Well, not the good word, but the moderately amusing word of the simple sword. And, of course, the fighting axe and the simple spear. All part of my ongoing, yes, friends, ongoing. I have a plan. I have a schedule. It's terrifying. I'm getting organized. Ignore the chaos behind me. But I'm getting organized, friends, to help clarify my world. The simple sword is part of my system to help anyone, and I mean anyone, learn the fine art of sword fighting, how to kill your friends for fun and profit, but in a safe way, right? So we're going to look that up. Now, I've also got the Big Stompy Robots line of books and games, and I am very excited. I'm going to tell you why, because this is going to skip right through my usual my accountability, which I do have to give you the number. I know if I don't give you the number, people will message me like, Nick, did you not write? It's okay if you didn't write, but you still have to be accountable for it. No, I have written. I just have to get my word count number for you. 22,225. Yes, friends, I'm starting to get back into the flow. I have navigated the slightly scene that I was having trouble dealing with, which, of course, involves a new homage, a new character. We're not sure how long they may or may not last, as it's one of my novels, and, well, grisly death does occur in horrific manners, But I'm talking Big Stompy Robots because we are almost exactly a month out from Region Con. Now, Region Con is an event held in, now it's being held in Cherville, but it's been held in Northwest Indiana under essentially a couple names because it is the spiritual successor to Arctic Con, where I got my convention start. And I am so excited. So I will be promoting and talking about that starting Friday, so I can make sure I have uploads and things to talk about to make sure I have all my dates and addresses set up. I will be there. Amanda will be there. I believe our lovely Trey and Joey will be there. I have a nod from around back, so wow, it's kind of funny to have Trey behind me and not Joey. I mean, we could always find, accessibility tools to make things a little balanced. And we did recently have Happy Woman's Day. But that being said, see, that's lobbed high enough. I don't have to green room myself. If you're high enough to catch that, you're old enough for it to not be a problem. And let's see, we have comment dumps. So I'll get into that. But I do have some new accountability that I get to discuss that I'm rather excited about. You aren't really a YouTube channel until you get some interesting comments. And I got something delightful that I want to bring up. To keep me from being sued, the names have been, of course, erased. But I got this. Asperger's. As a comment. No period, no elaboration, simply Asperger's. So I waited to, gave them about 5 days to see if there's going to be a response. And then I said, pardon. And I blurred out the individual because I don't want to cause them trouble. No normal person would make a video like this. And I thank them. You may not know this about me, but there are certain things as a result of my youth that have clung to me and my personality. One of them is a pathological desire not to fly false flags. I believe in, as much as humanly possible, what you see is what you get. And given that my intro, as created by the intelligent, talented, and just unbelievably cool Carl Witzman, clearly explains how I am not a cryptid, and the fact that I seek out bold new prints of Hawaiian shirt to wear to try to brighten people's days whilst engaging in whatever insanity I may or may not be on about at that given moment. I do hope that I have in no way misled people towards thinking that I am, I'm sorry, it's hard for me to say this, normal, or mundane, or within the realm of expected behavior for a middle-aged man of my, socioeconomic range. Because I am not. I am. The only thing, one of the most consistent things about me is not the only thing, but I'm occasionally consistent, is that I am a statistic outlier. So, if you've come to this program expecting a normal, sane, standard person, I'm just going to make a subtle suggestion that you go taste the biscuit, okay? Seriously, taste the biscuit, taste the glory of the honey sauce, but keep it off my mac and cheese, all right? That being said, we've got a great show planned today. It is hump day. We are making it through the week. We have a lot of creativity going on. I'm having an absolute blast because I woke up early this morning and my Xbox time was not talking to the interwebs, so I couldn't do my YouTube feed of I need to look at the news. So I've kept delightfully uninformed. In fact, the last bit of news that I have secured that indeed delighted me was from the Oscars, which of course I did not watch because it's me. But there was one scene that bears importance to yours truly. That being when we'll go in order of height to highest to lowest. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito came on stage to announce something that really is totally irrelevant, but said that they were there for they were co-presenting because they had something in common. They both tried to kill Batman. And, of course, Batman caused them trouble. They went on to elaborate, and then they cut to my man, Michael Keaton. Now, if you have not seen this little clip as a very specific slice of geekdom, let me tell you, he didn't just channel Bruce Wayne. No. My man, Michael Keaton, channeled Adam West Bruce Wayne, complete with ascot, friends. It was beautiful. And then what happens? That they proceed to vaguely threaten him because of course they do. It's Mr. Freeze and the Penguin. Of course they're threatening him. And his only response is not to call back to the stage, not to yell, or he just brings his hands up and does one of these numbers. Please. I don't ask a lot of mainstream media. I'm a firm believer in when in doubt, I'll do it myself or I'll find someone who can, usually on indiecd.org. Hashtag completely sponsored. But I'm not just, the spokesman. I'm also a member. But anyone old enough to get that joke, you need to take your ibuprofen. Anyway. Please, dear Warner Brothers. You've just done me a great disservice by shutting down Rooster Teeth. However, if you could bring it in your heart to do a live-action Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton as Old Man Bruce, much can be forgiven. So I'm going to put that out there, put that positive energy out in the universe at the mainstream, and then, having done my mandatory discussion to the mainstream, I am going to say this, dear friends. I'm really interesting. I know I'm interesting. Y'all love me. as evident by the brief conversations I was able to have between the Bryans. But the chat is more interesting. Now, I will remind you that after an hour, I need to do the art for next week's thumbnails because that's how I don't get overwashed. So it will be on you guys to behave enough that I can. If not, I will have to enlist a heavy hitter of some sort to come from the shadows and deal with the chat whilst I try to draw, so you don't have to deal too much with my incessant stuttering. That being said, and you guys know there's a Bachman on the end of the line for that, but as interesting as I am, and frankly I am, yes, humility, it's a thing. I don't possess it, but it's a thing. No, as interesting as I am, you guys are more interesting. And before we get to you, I have to talk about the guy who makes everything possible. Shout out to our man, Joe Bachman. I will be back in a minute 21, during which, while you watch this, I will be ingesting large portions of a stale maple donut because I am a fat man, and sometimes fat man's got to eat. Now, before I get into the chat, one more thing. I just want to let Don Dulas know that Xander greatly appreciated his fan mail, and I will need you to message me your address again so that we can respond, because he has taken the letter and hid it for safety, which is a very Xander thing. But he hid the envelope too before I could write down your contact info. And I have faith that somewhere in the chat lurks my dear friend Don DeVos. We will find out starting right now. I grab my Advil. Oh, God. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay. Carl Witzman, am I the first one in here? Wow. Yes, you guys gave me a reasonable start today. I appreciate that. And Trey says, good morning. Good morning, Trey. You know, it is not the start of my day without flirting you up, darling. One day I will acquire wealth through like karmic inversion, and then I will acquire you and Joey. Did Joey share the song I sent to him? I need to know. Oh no, I will have to send it to him. Someone wrote the perfect song for all of us. It's called Just the Four of Us. We can make it if you try. Just the four of us. You and her and her and
All right. Well, it looks like Nick is gone, so you guys get to see my shining face this morning. We'll just keep running through comments. So we've got Sarah. Sarah is here now too. Oh,
Hi.
all I had to do was pop in from the back, and it got you back.
My net decided to just go, no, you don't need broadcast. So we get to reveal the surprise a little.
So
my singing was too close. They were assassinating it.
Right, and it was like, nope.
Oh, come on. That was insanely transformative, and you know it. Plus, it was under 30 seconds. Fair use. Don't make me sick Brian K. Morris on you. And, okay, so we lost a whole mess of comments for my being able to bring up, because that will only bring up to Dawn Dulas. Hi, Dawn.
All right.
Because it does. You still have them?
Oh, I still have them. I didn't get kicked out.
Oh, see? See?
So we can keep showing if you would like.
Yes, please. Since you've got it.
We've got Sarah in the house. She is here now too, saying good morning. We've got Carl with greetings. Oh, Dark Pope.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Oh, no. We're not doing that to Carl.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I really should be jumping up on a desk for Brian K. Morris anyway. No, it's your forever title. See, once you get a nickname in these parts, it sticks with you fairly well. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. You are not trying to. Oh, look at what she's doing to me, guys. We need titles for people with the Dark Church of the Rising Tide, and everyone get involved with making that book out of various roles. A book version RPG of sorts. No, don't give me a plot bunny that big and floofy.
Everybody's alignment is just chaotic.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Chaotic derpy with R. That's fine. I think we all read through the typos. Yes, you are, but you're one of my favorites.
Poor Joe did not get a housewife. He got a feral wife.
But well, yes, it's the best kind.
On himself.
Okay.
Laughter. Alex heading to the ER, even though it's days after something. He's okay, just Mom is deciding stuff. I'll try to email you later, Nick.
Thanks, Alec. I will be looking for that.
So we're hoping he's all right and everything's going well.
And yeah.
Sarah is with Alec in spirit, loves him. I think we all agree on that. We want Alec to be happy and healthy.
Yeah.
So Foxy is in the house.
Dog alarm. Oh, okay. Dog alarm is adjusting to time change, and here we are. See, that's nice. My cats refuse. My cats do not adjust.
Nope. Cats do not adjust the time changes. You adjust to them.
Yes. As I was mentioning to Trey this lovely morning, I thought I was going to get up at a certain time this morning. I woke up. I started to get out of bed, and I felt right through the blanket 5 little claws go dink right into my bum. Just, where do you think you're going? To it, I realized I was not. I was held captive in bed by large furry predators. So I guess that's how Trey feels sometimes. But so yes, cats are wonderful for keeping you on a schedule. If you have to take meds or eat regularly and you don't, may I recommend feeding a treat to your cats at the same time? They will remind you.
Oh, the rats are very much on it too.
Oh, yes.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, we don't forget meds in this house unless we get lost between the pets and then the meds.
Ah, I love it. But of course, this is a neurotypical broadcast full of
Oh,
neurotypical.
so neurotypical.
Oh, okay, so let's see.
We've got. Oh, did I jump ahead
You're
of you?
fine.
All right, we've got
No.
more greetings. Greetings.
Yeah, hi, Donna.
The dark misses.
Hey, Witzman, dude. Anyway, morning,
I love how they
everyone.
greet each other.
Yep,
We
see?
have cats.
Laser eyes! There were
Yep.
laser eyes! Yes!
Oh, that's all
Hi,
he
Hobo.
has. It's usually. Oh, did you see that? Oh, we have cat zoomies. For anybody interested.
Wow, folks. Today is one of those days where I can tell I'm going to be getting a couple fingers of Mountain Dew to just get through, because the level of squirrel going on.
Well, I think he's confused because I have NTF on in the living room over there.
Yes.
Because he likes to chill out to your voice, and then he can probably hear me in both rooms.
Right.
So he does this when Joe's streaming as well.
It's like, how are you in multiple places? What are you doing?
Yeah, he doesn't like it very much. He gets very zoomy about that time.
Well, you're not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be cuddled up with it. I understand it. I appreciate his suffering.
Yeah, usually we're sitting in front of the TV, cuddling and listening to NTF, and I'm trying to type everything out on a phone and doing it wrong because I have calluses on my thumbs now from crocheting so much. So I hit the wrong buttons, and I'm like, they'll figure it out.
Absolutely. One, I could never judge anyone for typos. Your cat did the predator, the aliens thing. It was so fast in the zoom. It was just okay. This is going to be rough on me, guys, because for people who may not know this, one of my wife and I's favorite, Mandy and I love to cuddle up and then watch like the Nuke's Top 5 Ghosts Caught on Camera.
Yep.
So I'm forever partially paying attention to the background around people. And every time like the cat zooms by, I hear Nuke go, well, did you see it? Okay.
Yeah, it's if there are ghosts, the cat gets blamed. There could be the weirdest noises ever, and I'm just like, oh, Bo, what are you doing? So yeah, it takes a lot of the fear out of ghosts when you have a cat.
Yeah, cats and ghosts have a lot in common, especially because on occasions I've had cats that I did not know I had.
Oh, Ghost Cat wanders around our house. There's at least 2 of them.
Oh, yes.
I just heard a giant thunk, and I know what it was. It was not a ghost.
Mm-hmm. But no, we had one that snuck into my garage for a while and was quite content. And but I didn't know. So I would catch the proverbial movement on the corner of my eye and faint rattles in places, rattle over here, then a rattle over here suddenly, just because the cat was going through all this stuff.
Yeah.
We called her the cryptid kitty. Somehow that became Cece, because I was really, really tired and I forgot to add a K to the kitty. But yeah, Cece the cryptid kitty. She got adopted before we could because somebody had the insane to pull over and go, "You're a cute cat. Yoink, you're mine now."
Oh. Yeah.
But she did a few things right. She's responsible for Stuart and Dusty, running around. So we won in the long run.
Yeah.
there's no guys. Can you just feel the rails?
Oh yeah,
I know
there's no rails.
Thunderbird 2 is getting ready to launch. I've watched the rails just go down on either side of my show.
It's just the flaming windmill, like rolling around into the countryside. We
Oh
Don
yes.
Quixote this.
I have to say this before I forget. Are you aware of how hard you are channeling Squirrel Girl energy?
I love Squirrel Girl.
Like right now,
I love
did that
Squirrel
not
Girl so much.
one as well you should, but two, yeah, I was like, I know they're teddy bear ears, but my brain just spat out. Nope, that's Squirrel Girl.
I'm yes, I'm very happy with that. It probably doesn't help that I've got like the brown shawl on the back too, so
Okay, we're gonna come back the next time we see her. She's got like some kind of crocheted brown thing around the pink to make sure it looks more squirrel girly.
got brown right here. It's sitting right here.
Oh,
It is within reach.
oh, there's so many hooker jokes I want to make for my crocheting
Oh,
friends.
I'm a naughty hooker. Everything
Ah,
is knotted up.
you know what? I got this one.
You got it. Got it pulled up. There it is.
Ah,
Oh,
but yeah, it looks like nothing's gonna get done well today. I can tell it's gonna be a great one.
what time do you have comments at?
I have
Like, where did it?
comments starting with Don Dulas saying hi thesis at 9:54.
So 8:54 my time. Okay, so we got a couple of minutes to get through before you can get to you
Okay.
where it is.
Well, the
Dog
dog
helped
help.
me. We've got greetings.
Greetings. And
Alec is on his way to the ER. Have a great show. So good luck. Hope everything's all right. And we're hoping for you.
yeah. If you need anything, you make sure you reach out.
Mhm. So we've got Carl saying hi to Thesis. Dan is in the room saying good morning.
Hello, Dan Hollifield.
Foxy's saying be safe, Alec. Carl's greeting. Donna's greeting. Thesis is greeting. Dan is waiting on Lynn to wake up so we can go visit my oldest daughter. That should be fun. And then Thesis says, not really, Foxy. Both Monday and today I woke up before the dog. That is an accomplishment. My cat is awake at 4:30 in the morning. I can only imagine the dogs are the same.
Yeah. 4:30 is. I'm going to tell you something. I've experienced 4:30 both ways many times.
Yeah, same.
Like between 4:30 and about 6:30 is not. It's just not.
No, that is the time during plowing, like hashtag plow the state. But no, that's the rough time where you're like, the sun's never coming up again. It is dark and I am alone. And and you're like, please just will the sun rise one more day?
Oh my gosh, that layout. One hit my Magnus Archives button very very hard, and two just sounded like the beginning of an amazing creepypasta. You
Ooh,
know,
love
I could almost hear the
creepypastas.
Mr. Creeps background. You know,
Yeah, that is a rough time for him.
I'm a plow driver, and the sun just isn't coming. You know.
Yeah, that's how it feels. It is definitely cryptid time.
Oh
It's
yeah. Spent way too much time transporting clients about that time of day. which makes it very
Okay,
surreal to be going through the
yeah.
snow in like a little beater Saturn,
Okay, yeah.
waiting for the, I'm ahead of the plows because LaPorte County.
Yeah.
And, I have some clients singing Afro Man songs in the back of my car.
Yep. Oh, yeah, and, like, those plow trucks, they were always falling apart, so
Mm-hmm.
you'd have, like, a wire harness just hanging out, like, just out of your dash, and half the lights on the dash didn't work, things are zip tied in. So you've got your phone playing some music so you don't fall asleep to that white noise of the whoosh.
Oh,
So it's all tinny and, not quite coming through. And then for once the radio is silent, even though it's been going all night constantly.
oh,
It's just completely silent. So it's you, the strobe lights, and then it looks like you've hit warp speed. It's a weird time.
ah. You know me and my love for all things liminal, you
Right,
know?
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a liminal space because it's all you know anymore. There's no headlights, it's it's an experience. I would not suggest it to everybody, but it's definitely an experience.
And friends, that's how Trelena no-clipped into the back rooms. But she's the only person ever to no-clip into the back rooms complete with her snowplow, which had a decided effect on the residents. And monsters are
Oh,
a lot less monstrous when you're driving a snowplow that never runs out of gas. But
yeah. Felt like Mad Max. There was one that I had the dashboard lights would just go out completely, and so with the headlights at the same time. So 1 in the morning, I'm literally just punching my dashboard screaming shiny and chrome because I'm about 4 monsters in. I've got, like, 4 more hours to go before the sun even comes up, and I'm gonna make it. Yeah.
what was that
But,
the rig you put the battery powered tap light on, or you were going to and never got to it?
oh, man, there was some shady trucks. Our tow plow operator had an extension cord, an orange, extension cord that he had cut off the ends and spliced them into one end was the cigarette port, and the other end went to a light for his, tow. So he did that. A couple people yeah, there was a lot of just rigging, a lot of rigging. There were flashlights zip tied into places there should not be zip tied, there were zip ties where there shouldn't be zip ties, random duct tape. It was yeah,
There's a part of
it
me
was
that
duct tape,
innately
blisters, and hopes.
it both I innately admire everything that has been said.
It's very red-green.
It goes to my soul, but I mean, we're talking to the guy who had panels on one of his cars, and I love Saturns because they had that like plastic. It wasn't even fiberglass; it was
Yeah,
plastic,
it was plastic. I had one of those.
and it broke. So, being me, I'm like, well, I need to fix this. Do I have Bondo? No, but I have a bucket of zip ties and a battery powered drill, so I just secured it.
Hey,
And then, for appearance sake, I put gorilla tape over.
I had to
Oh,
fix things on that car, and I would use, camo duct tape because then you can't see it even though it's a black car.
oh,
Oh, yeah. It was fun.
okay. Let's see.
Let's go
Okay.
back to the comments before we get you too far behind.
Oh, it's fine. They understand.
Oh, we've got,
Let's see.
uh, Carl
You
woke up
woke.
the cats this morning.
There is a certain joy in that.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, there is, especially
especially
if you can wake them up how they wake you up.
I'm pausing to tell if you're going to because there's the slight robot going, and I don't know how much
Oh,
of it's translating to the broadcast. So, but Yeah. See, what happened to me was during a period of my life where I was insomniac. Like if you're narcoleptic for a time, they don't tell you there's a period after that you will be insomniac because your cycles are so screwed up.
Yeah.
And you guys know I love Stuart. I love my cat Stuart. He's a beautiful cat. I love him dearly. But he was sleeping. And he is just cuddled up, like splattered in this perfect sunbeam on my couch.
Oh.
And all I could say is, how dare you? You ever see something, a cat or a person sleeping so well that you're just like instantly incensed? I'm like, what? I pick him up. Yeah. Fine, I can't hold any annoyance with you. And then I became like a heating pad for said cat for a while because it's Stuart. But yes. Okay.
All right. Then I have hit 8:51 Don DeLuss.
Okay. Morning all. Let me see if how far off that.
Well, that's
I was
9:51 your time.
right. I'm trying to get back up because I've been trying to correct the comment dumps as they've happened.
Ah. I've been
So
starring
I'm back.
as I go, so.
Okay, so I can take over at high thesis.
All right. We've got Take Care, Alec. Alec is our village child. Like, no, you got a lot of adults gunning for you, kid. Got Morning Dawn. Hey, Carl. Hey, Dawn. I better make one last coffee run and down the hall run. Coffee
Yep.
is the spice of life. Got greetings. I'm already on my second cup of coffee.
Live that dream.
This is the second Monster. Hashtag not sponsored, but Monster hit me up.
See, that's what you need. You need like a Twitch stream sponsored by Monster.
I would love that. Be like, yes, I will
see,
review
there you
all
go.
your products. All your products. Just send them to me because they are convenient and I love them and I need the caffeine.
It is so weird that we have switched sides.
Right? Yeah, I remember when I couldn't caffeinate at all. And now I'm like, hey.
Blessed is the being giver of life. Yes. Okay. Coffee. And high thesis. Okay, cool. So I will pop through these just because it's a little easier for me to do that. And hi, Dawn. Here comes the dawn. Shooby dooby. Here comes the dawn. I need to redo your mermaid because you have made some reasonable requests, and I will do another version. Ask Trey. I've never been known to do multiple versions of a mermaid. Somewhere there's some really nice swamp mermaids because I thought that just needed to be a thing, and now I remember that they need to be more of a thing. There aren't enough freshwater like swamp mermaids at all. In like Jed Clampett hats, like Bayou swamp mermaids. And let's see. I will be as soon as Witsman Dude brings it to me. Excellent, as he should. Still working on making the first. Well, you keep working. My dad is 76. I just realized the date. That means I'll be 44 on Monday. Ugh. How are you 44?
Right?
I have a question for some of y'all, and it applies to Trey, too. Y'all don't age. And I'm starting to wonder, as I have aged to the point where I look like I'm in my 60s, and y'all still look like you're, cardable for, cigarettes, if not booze.
Well, you see, it's all the aspartame I consume. It just preserves.
All the preservatives in Monster?
Yep.
God, that sounds familiar. I still think there's some kind of extra coven y'all are going about because I see pictures of Sarah and she does not look like she's 2 years older than me. No. Sarah looks about 20 years younger than me. And it's widely established that people think Trey is my daughter, and I just have come to accept that.
I had pink hair at the time. Bubblegum pink.
I know.
Every
time what?
That was a fun color.
It was. Although every time I saw it, I had to resist making jokes about one of the earliest, we'll say, anime I watched during, highly influential times in my life. And I am not going to say it here because it transcends the space of the green room. But let's see. Carl's got accountability. Yesterday, Don pointed out some things I left out of Munsey book, so working on the next update. Rock on, Carl. And bonus points to Don. And congrats for y'all having fun. I heard you went out and partied. Nice, Carl. Into the past, Sarah, like always. I'm starting to seriously wonder if I am missing extra comments, but that's okay.
Oh no, it's in reply to the so wrong. Where did the time go? It went into the past, like always.
Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. It just for a second, like I said, my mind is in Magnus Archives mode.
Pausing
no time
between comments. So,
and let's see, because I'm going to try to blast through at least these till the hour mark, and then I have to do the artwork for you guys. Which means, hey, you realize you are the co-host and helping. That means you get to say draw things like this and verbally throw things at me, you have never small treats at me and said draw tink tink tink.
I've never pocketed you back. The return pocketing is quite fun.
I don't know how long that $5 bill bounced between the two of us.
I think it's still in my current car.
Wouldn't surprise me. And understandable, Carl. And hey, everyone we missed. Hey, Trey. And here's Nick. Da, 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 da. And Carl's over here trying to get Sarah to call him daddy again. I know how it is. And now Alex not here. Might I be the baby of the group at 40? Nope. Oh, God. There's this part of me that wants to say, my anime stepdaughter over here has you beat a little bit just because.
Well, that's why I put my desk in the middle of the wall, because nobody puts baby in the corner.
She's the baby. Gotta love her. Okay. Don't forget to like and share, folks. I know you're subscribed. Dang straight. At 37. Foxy, unless young Joe Bachman is here. And I know he's older than you.
6
of course.
Months older. Yep. Almost to the day.
Joe has aged like I have into the. How old are you? Totally indecently. Woohoo! Not baby.
I've been the baby since I was 5 years old.
Well, you made my 45 super duper special. Well, that's our job.
Good.
All you gals young enough to be my daughters, all for not the green room. Not
the green room.
That is right. This is my house, Carl. My house. Oh, Foxy, your scrunchies are on the way. Ooh.
Yes.
She got scrunchies.
I like how the colors worked up. I hope she likes them. Wow, I just blue screened. All right. No, I said I liked how the colors worked up. I hope she likes them too.
Okay. Speaking of Dom, I hope you have your super secret special package in the mail either Friday or next Monday. Woohoo! I love people getting presents. Oh, nice, Trey. All your supplies are in, and I will probably assemble tomorrow. Oh, that has that stuff exchange feel, and I do love merchandise exchanges.
Super excited about it.
Don't forget to like. Quit. That's right. I did do a picture for Sarah. I probably need to give it a redo now that I know it's close to what she wants. I just need more reference art. And does the dawn squeak? It was discovered that I mechanically can't hear the top of the dawn squeak. And I like, ain't that fun to do?
It is. It's incredibly fun to do.
Never been a squeer. My voice is a bit too low.
That's when the woohoo hits.
I'm just going to keep walking from that one. Let's see. Accountability. Taking a cut in income due to disturbing practices of many areas. Looking for a second part-time job while finding out I'm going to be caregiver of my 99-year-old grandma. Oh, while that is a great challenge that you are taking on, I congratulate you for stepping up and doing it. It is a very good thing you're doing. Be careful. And it almost looks like a cat sleeping on the computer behind Nick's shoulder.
It does.
This? Corn shark. Very much so. It does. There's that word again. So that must have been when I was talking about homages. Now we've nearly hit an hour and I haven't run another ad. So I'm going to run an ad and we'll probably, whoa, that was fun. I went to scroll and the comment dump said, no, thou shalt not. All righty.
I've got the last comment starred. So.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
I got you.
All right, there's that word again, and I will unstart, and we will do that. Holy overwhelmed Batman, all the same time. Good God, comfort zone. What's that like? Let me know. Well, comfort zones are places where you're in a dog pile with the people you love. Puppy pile or kitten pile. Basically, soft material, large pile of friends, blanket, dim to dark, but not quite dark because some of us don't like it. Although strategically outside said thing are warm beverages, just like you just reach out, you go, and then you put back. Many, many books. Hence the ambient lighting of who's reading what under the blankets. And with that, I'm going to make sure that that's started, close that, and I will run an ad. And you know what? I know whose ad I'm going to run. I know exactly whose ad I'm going to run. Be back in about 48 seconds. Sorry, doing some of the job while I was letting that go. And if you have questions about what Trey can do, today is a great time to ask her because she's on. But we have cracked the hour roughly, or we're about to. So I'm just going to do it because it's dramatically appropriate. So we'll go here, and I'll fire up Clip Studio. You can, because Trey's pretty, I'll let her chat. You can see the side of my head. And we'll keep the music off because I've got Trey's voice to thing to me. And yes, I am putting the time lapse on, so you guys can see that I did that. Now,
Excellent. All right. We will continue with comments then.
Absolutely. We'll
All
start
right.
more.
Sarah said, OMG. And Dan doesn't remember eating anything after breakfast yesterday. I'm starving this morning. Dan,
Dan,
eat.
eat.
Dan.
Oh, and now Dan is officially on the list of people we have to bug if he's eating properly.
Oh, goodness.
Now I can't scold you too much because Mandy has bought me the like breakfast replacement drinks just for when I
I've got
realize I
those.
have not eaten.
Yep,
So
I've
it's
got
like,
those at our house
mhm.
too, especially, like, when you get too hungry and you start feeling sick.
Uh-huh.
Those are great for that.
Yep. Okay. And I'm opening with too small of a airbrush here. So do you have any landscape requests?
Hmm. You got something
And I
swampy up there?
you
Something
want
swampy?
swampy? Go
Swampy?
swampy.
Little
Okay.
swampy?
I can go swampy. We can make swamps
Alright.
happen. First, let's get this going. Let's get this going nice across. And anybody who says you can't have a nice, clean, sunny day on a swamp has watched too many movies where they apply filters over everything.
I lived on a swamp. The sunny days were gorgeous. You get the
Oh,
sunlight just filtering through the leaves.
hmm.
Absolutely beautiful.
This is going to be a challenge. No, it's awesome.
I was
Is
like,
it
I
awesome?
don't
Because
think
I
you've
haven't done
done
a
one
swamp in a
lately.
while. What?
I was gonna
What
say,
was
I
that?
don't think you've done a swamp one in a while.
Not in a while. Okay, so that means that because I am working on something that's relatively flat baseline, and I'm on another normal layer. I'm using my thick paintbrush. This is all nothing too elaborate. I'm just kind of lining in the first, like the major body of water, because we're gonna have some brown water on this one. I think. Oh no, but probably black. We might go black water. Not sure how swampy you want it, but get some spillway figured out. And I'm just getting the feel for it because that's necessary. And we're going here. See, this is the kind of mud you don't mess around with. This is that good, well hydrated Indiana mud. 100%
Like you step on it, you go
polyunsaturated
up
muck.
your. Yep, gotta love the muck. You step in it, you just disappear, and you're like, well, that was not solid ground. All right, this is my life now. These pants and these shoes are going in the freezer so I can get rid of the smell.
Oh god, it's been a long time since I've had to freeze off mud. That
Oh man, tell
wow,
you what though,
that takes me back. Okay.
it'll get rid of the smell. If you got stinky shoes, put them in a bag,
Mhm.
put them in the freezer. It'll work.
See, I find it very funny, Helena, that both of us spent vast majorities of our life, those fairly well separated in northern Indiana, clearly in black and green mana, like Golgari life,
Oh yeah.
because I grew up right near Pinhook Bog, and that's the one that they protected and tried to keep nice. That was not the only bog in the area. I mean, you grew up on the Grand Kankakee Marsh,
Yep. I
which
grew up on the Kankakee.
hence why I went immediately to like the river grade swamp and not
Yeah.
just the basic stillish swamp. So we've got a good idea of the landscape here. Ooh, oh, I could do that. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm close enough. I think I can pull it off. Uh, let's see. We're just gonna do this, and I'm going to come down. I'm back to my sky layer because I made a decision. So I have to change it slightly, but it's going to be worth it. Because one thing people don't know about, like, your swampy areas. Whoop, wrong color. That's Indiana sky right there.
That was by the mills.
Oh, no, I don't have notices right now. I don't care. There's a list of about 3 people who can talk to me during the show, and you aren't it. Sorry. And there it goes again because I make exactly the same thing.
Got interrupted.
Yep. Okay, so I need this, and I need an Uber one because, as I was saying, what people don't know is the right time of day. What you think is, this black or brown water will get perfectly reflective. I mean, eerily reflective.
Oh yeah, it turns into a mirror.
And
Golden hour on the swamp is very bright.
Oh, yes. Because everybody thinks of swamps as these dark places. I mean, at night they're dark, yes. They're that special kind of, you bet it's dark, but now I've got my eraser, and I'm going to add just a few very lightish clouds in the sky. Nice front coming in. You gotta have that cumulus, though. And then I'm going to come right down here. And of course, because Trey's around, I got to try to, challenge myself. There's no mercy with Trey around. Get
right,
that nice.
because I definitely don't have one of your pieces of art just hanging right there.
Oh, wow, you do.
It's the NBC logo because I've got both you and Joe right there.
Aw, I love that. I really do.
I've got a space for one of Alex's drawings right next to it as well.
See? That's beautiful. I'm all happy about that. Like, not unabashedly. Okay, so we've got that. Now I got to start doing the hard part because, I was just going to do one picture. But because it's the swamp at this time of day, I have to figure out, Well, I just figured out what I want to do in the foreground, and it's going to be interesting because it's something I haven't done in a while, but I got to get this mid and background figured out. The problem with what's happening now, let me get the trees are gray. That is not the brush I want. Is now I have to go, no, I don't want that. I don't know how many of the drop downs you guys get to see, but I have to go, okay. Is it, can I please have my brush back? Thank you. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. There we are. I have to go here. We're going to start. I guess I'm starting black. Dang it. That's okay. I can fix black real easy. And just kind of reach this guy out over the water because you got to think about trees want to go where there's the least interference between them getting light. And when you're drawing trees and you're not sure, especially in a swampy setting, you have to ask yourself that all-important question, what would Tim Burton do? And that will give you, like, the trees that are right near the water. Yeah. You see a tree like this, and you have to ask yourself, could Helen Bonham Carter be leaning on it? Could Johnny Depp somehow be involved, or possibly Christina Ricci? If you can get that feeling, you'll get the spirit of the tree. And the trick is, you don't need to draw a tree accurately. Guys, this is art. You draw kind of how the tree feels to you. I'm sure that there are types of artists that, this would be, that makes it this kind. And some of my stuff gets impressionistic. Some of it gets trippy as heck, if we're being honest. But, no, I need that color. Quit trying to steal my color. Or close to. How do you get those great tints that are real close to each other? Well, you see, I tap the grab the wrong color, then I go back to the color, and it gives me a slightly different tint that's very complementary.
Yeah, that's it works. It works. Don't question the process. It's on purpose.
Question the process. Oh god! And see, now I have the slightly bluish one, but again, it works.
But it
It's going to give it
works.
a light, and anything that goes wrong is just flavor.
Hey, it would make Bob Ross happy.
Absolutely. Also, when you're drawing trees, guys, there is usually for bark far more gray in the bark than what you're going to think you see. Because one thing that people get frustrated is when you're drawing something and you're looking at it. And if I'm being too talkative, that's okay. It's a draw stream. People will draw what they think they're seeing, not turn off their mind and draw what they're actually seeing. And that's why things don't always work the way you want them to. So now I need to do this, but I need to do this light. So I think I'm going to switch over to my buddy, the airbrush, and just keep it soft. I love the airbrush. It's a great tool, totally undervalued.
Very true.
I also want to remind, because right now, a lot of people, they'll come to me, I want to draw, but my stuff isn't any good. It doesn't matter, yada, yada, yada. And I want to make this crystal clear. We are in an era where your art really, really matters. Because of what's going on, I want you guys to realize that anything you draw, no matter how bad you think it is infinitely better and far more important than the people throwing words at a prompt and generating crap from stolen art and calling it art. Am I slightly spicy on that subject? Absolutely. But you got to realize it's not worth the convenience, I just, God, it saddens me because I do love the concept of artificial intelligence devices and what they can do for us, and how they can help humanity be better. But using it to steal the humanities, literally, art and writing and music, they used to call that stuff the humanities.
Right.
It's not fair.
No, it should be making my emails so I don't have to. And, things like that.
Yeah. The things that it's very easy for a computer to do that we don't think about, or helping people with handicaps and special needs and such.
AI should be doing the soul crushing things, not taking away the soul.
Well, the problem with that is I want to make something clear before I go any further. When the computers reach sentience, I say when, or at least it's admitted, I'll have much less issue with a lot of things because that'll be a sentient entity, and then we can talk about things again. But my issue is how the tool has been made and how it's being used. And the deception of it all. Get some of these guys in here. And I got to think, do I want to be northern swampy or do I want to be southern swampy?
Ooh.
Because southern swampy has the mosses hanging down.
Ooh. Yeah, that Spanish moss is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, God, I can't remember the name of the Spanish moss monster. Shoot. Oh, it's French. I should know it. Yeah, I'm just going to do that just because I love adding the Spanish moss.
Mm.
It
Oh,
just
yeah.
adds detail. And that triggers what most people think of swamp,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, people don't usually think of the northern swamps. If there's no
which,
crocodilators, they don't consider it a swamp.
well, you ever encounter an alligator snapping turtle, you will find that to be quite sufficient. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for reigniting that nightmare. Because when you see one the size of a car door, it's like, nope, 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 not swimming ever again. Thanks.
Beast of Busco, everybody.
Yeah.
The what 12 the alleged 12-foot wide snapping turtle found in Churubusco County, Indiana.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. No, thank you.
Sorry, Mags.
Just, oh, I left that all behind when I moved to town. But there's actually a little swamp right by me, so
Aw.
yeah, it's pretty nice. I've returned many a turtle back to it.
See, at least for a while, my yard, my parents' house, this
Yeah.
yard was where the snapping turtles and the painters would bury their eggs.
Oh, nice.
So you'd do the mowing, and you'd have to be very careful at certain points of the year. And walk around, you're looking for rocks, and realize all those rocks are moving.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
So I'd take them, put them in a big bucket, walk the quarter mile to the nearest pond, dump them in there. Oh, there goes my stylus because I got
Oh,
distracted. Anyway,
if
there we
you would
go.
like, I'm going to hit the comments because we're a little over an hour behind.
What? You're groovy. You are groovy because, like an idiot, I decided to make a very challenge instead of my usual. I'll keep it light and fast warm up piece. It's like I'm going to do something challenging.
I was like, you want a prompt? I'll give you a prompt. But we've got Sarah saying, I'll leave it there. And it's been long enough. I don't remember what that's in reference to.
That's
Oh,
okay.
the overwhelmed.
Ah,
Um, we've got Don saying, never mind. Foxy's encouraging Dan to eat something. We've got Don has accountability, still celebrating
ooh,
birthday. Lunch with a friend today. I'll have to cut out early. So,
understood.
yeah, definitely. Birthday months are great. See, Sarah says, not about to bring the group down with everything. Silver linings go with everything if you look hard enough.
Absolutely. And you're not bringing.
No.
Trust me, you're not bringing anything down. Let's see. Okay. Doink. I got your message, Don. Thank you.
Let's see. Then we've
But
got,
yeah,
oh, she says, as I usually say but rarely adhere to, going into listening mode to keep myself AFK while listening.
of course, because if I'm doing my job, you want to interact, and that's what makes
Right.
this one of the best programs, and the network just one of the best things I've ever been involved in. We need to do some filler real quick. That means I need some dark green over here, and it's not heroism in my book with what I'm doing. Said Monday, it's more like necessary. Well, see, when you're doing the right thing, it doesn't feel heroic. You're
Yeah.
just doing the job. That doesn't mean it's not heroic. That's why we need outside perspectives sometimes. Because what you did was stand up to a force more powerful than yourself that could be negative, could and did have negative ramifications on your lifestyle because it was the right thing to do. There is no universe where I'm not going to respect the living heck out of that. And let's see. Normal equals boring.
And we hit that at about the same time, so
Oh, that's
very
that's
true.
what happened.
Yeah, I hit it right after you did. That's why it disappeared.
Nice.
Sarah is listening.
Always.
Fox
I
is
love that you
agreeing
will.
with Carl.
Sarah will always be a gothic heroine in my mind, but I
Oh,
mean, like,
excellent.
I always picture as like a old school, God, Mrs. Butterworth and the Mad Baron style gothic heroine. Like she would spend a lot of time dangling off of things, as other people were pecked to death by pigeons or something.
That's perfect. Let's see.
And yes, I think
Foxy is
that's the best part of the Bridgertons is the stories of what was going on with Mrs. Butterworth and the Mad Baron. Sorry, continue.
Foxy is agreeing with Carl. Dan says the visit to the daughter's been postponed. I guess I'll just go mow the yard today. It's a good day for it.
In that case, I'm going to well, I can give Dad my condolences for having to mow the lawn and not getting to see his dog. It's biscuit rolled. Is that what we're going to call it? Is that the term?
That's going to be the term for it now.
I approve.
That's beautiful because it's been running through my head since pre-show when you showed it to me. Like, it's just going to be on loop as I'm crafting now. Just
Oh yeah. I'm probably going to tell Mandy I want some biscuits when she comes.
I know, right? Let's see. Carl says, I think the last news that I watched, I think President Nixon was resigning. You know what?
Oh.
You haven't really missed anything. It's full of not good stuff. And then they sprinkle in a little bit of good stuff like Salt Bay and keep us coming back.
Good stuff like salt. History, according to Trollet. Oh, God. Somewhere Dr. Janusz Duzinkiewicz just spun around and stared ominously.
Good.
Oh.
I loved his classes. He was great.
He is still one of my personal heroes, and I mean that wholeheartedly.
Oh, absolutely. I took so many extra classes just of his because I enjoyed them so much.
Oh.
I was like, I don't need this, but why not? We're going to learn about the Phoenicians this year.
Ooh. Okay. Well, see, the recent episodes of history have been kind of like a bad bootleg copy done by unimaginative writers.
We got the wish.com versions of actual history. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, it's like we really need to either stop messing with the hadron with that collider thing in CERN.
Yeah.
Or we need to do something, guys, because this is not I do not consent to this timeline. When can we slide to the next one? Can we go back to where it was the Berenstein Bears? I think that's where we broke off wrong.
That could be. Could be.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
How's that for timing? I did not look ahead.
Beautiful.
It's just you're thinking about what to do with that honey sauce.
It's that honey sauce. So, I'm going to go on a slight tangent. There's a place called Tokyo 8 that went in down the road from us.
Okay.
And they do, like, Asian food in general. So they've got Chinese, Japanese, Thai, a couple others.
Gotcha.
So they've got sushi. I had a lobster roll that had a honey wasabi sauce, and it was the most glorious thing, and I could drink it because it had a little bit of kick, little bit it was like spicy honey. It was so good. 10 of 10, do recommend. They've got good sushi down there.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm going to be stuck on this spicy honey wasabi sauce for a while.
It was
This is
so good. And
that
they've
thought
got
is going to haunt me,
oh,
Max.
they have a special right now running through, I wanna say April, where it's buy one roll, get one free, and it's only certain ones if you order to go, but if you stay in-house, it's all of the sushi rolls, all of them. Oh, yeah, we took a friend and we decimated some rolls.
Oh god. I would go broke. It would just be here's my
Oh,
wallet.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much, that's we take
Yeah,
turns paying, so
oh god.
oh, it's so good.
Somehow the half a donut I ate for breakfast is not holding up against the thoughts of honey wasabi sushi. That's pretty
Yeah,
di
I had 2 donut sticks for breakfast, so I'm right there with you. Like,
Oh god. Okay. Okay. I gotta work on this because
alright, we're gonna
no,
keep
no.
going with the comments. Foxy thinks she is missing something. I think it's a reference to the Biscuit song. So if you
Yeah.
look up "Taste the Biscuit," uh, yeah, yeah, it's a funny little song. It's fun. Pretty sure it's safe for work.
Oops, it just got added to the chat because at
Oh, no.
least I think I did. Some YouTube thing just got added to the chat.
Alright, let me see if it pulled up. Yep, it did. Alright,
Taste the biscuit.
let's see. Dan says, "Carl, you're thinking about the opening of Rocky Horror." Oh, the last news. Okay.
That makes sense.
Who doesn't think about the opening to the Rocky Horror Picture Show? This is a normal feeling. Carry on. Yeah, I get that a lot too. I feel like Captain America sometimes, and I'm like, I get this reference.
Normal is a concept I find intriguing, but it doesn't usually apply.
Which is funny because Thesis's next comment is the people who cry most about being normal are usually the most boring milquetoast individuals I've ever run across.
So what
Yeah,
they're actually trying to be normal enough to become a protagonist in a harem anime. Is that what it's really about?
I think so. Like they're trying so hard to be normal that they're the abnormal ones now, and it just I don't know.
I don't
Have
know.
fun.
I
Let's
avoid the majority often because it's such a surreal thing
yeah.
when
Every
you're
time I
around
hear
people.
the word normal, I think of the opening line of Harry Potter. Mr. and Mrs. Vernon Dursley were very normal, thank you very much.
Well, and that's the thing. That's very close to what normal is.
It's a show. It really is. Like just let people enjoy things. You enjoy your stuff as long as nobody's getting hurt. There's consent.
Absolutely. See, this is why the phrase "don't yuck somebody's yum" exists. Yes, you may take Tylenol. I have to take Tylenol instead.
I
But if
took
you
Advil
can,
too.
ibuprofen works better.
Uh, Advil two's got the mix of aspirin and ibuprofen, so that's what we've got in our house. Carl's laughing at Dan. I had a whole handful this morning. Now taken. Oh, yeah, you can tell we're all 30 plus. We're talking about the benefits of pain management.
Hey, it's better to manage it than chase it.
Amen. Dawn says, yesterday was a blast. Carl and Donna, thank you. Carl wants naproxen.
Good stuff, but
Okay.
be careful with your guts. It will mess you up in the long run. I had to take it at surgical grade doses while they were trying to figure out what angle my spine was at and why it wasn't staying put. Oh.
Oh, Sarah didn't recognize Danny DeVito at first in that clip.
I'm going to say this because they said they're bringing back Hugh Jackman for the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
And that should be the last time he plays that role. Because he's kind of doing this as a favor. They need a new Wolverine. And I am a member of the people who think Wolverine is supposed to be short.
Short and stocky.
He's supposed to be short. He's supposed to be feisty. And I'm
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. And I've been saying this for some time, that Danny DeVito would be the best Wolverine.
And there is Danny DeVito say bub.
There is a YouTube channel, and it's the Corridor Crew, and they are if I said mid-level professional special effects guys.
Yeah.
They've done some pro stuff, but a lot of it's they're figuring out stuff.
Yeah.
But they interview professional special effects guys, and then they do, they use the tech to do things. And it was decided that they too agreed that Danny DeVito should be Wolverine. So they took clips from Wolverine and X-Men and whatever, and scrubbed out Hugh Jackman and added either parts of Danny DeVito from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia parts for part of it, and the other part they made a fully 3D rendered Danny DeVito model to do the fight scenes, and they choreographed fight scenes of Danny DeVito tearing people up. It's totally worth watching, and you should go do that. Not now, but
I am pulling it. I am pulling it up for later. There we go.
Okay.
Danny DeVito Wolverine. Beautiful. We made Danny DeVito Wolverine. Oh, God. The pictures alone are so worth it. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's now living rent free in my head. Oh.
Let's see. It was a blast, Dawn. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. I love hearing that people are having a good time. Just the honey sauce.
Oh, there's a hobo behind me.
This. You'll grab that word funny.
Let's see. Reminder: no burning is love tonight. Nope. Joe's got meetings that I actually have to type the notes for later today. So
wait.
He gets to
so you're doing the secretary work for the meeting?
So for the Parks Board, I take the notes. I'm not the secretary, but he is used to
I understand
style. So yeah, and it's easier to be like, hey, just hand me the notes if I forget to type them up. So it works.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's been over a week and I have not typed them up because I have had other things going on, even though it only takes about 5 minutes.
Well, of course, those are the things you want to do the least.
I understand. So of course I procrastinate with hour-long plus things instead.
Yeah. Although, as soon as Sue said you were taking the notes, all I could think was somewhere around Janine Melnitz from Ghostbusters,
Yep. I love her. She was
great. Oh, absolutely. Annie Potts? Is that Annie Potts?
I think so.
She was on the list of 80s women I had an odd crush on.
Oh,
But
yeah, absolutely. The sass alone.
uh-oh. Can you repeat
No
that? Because
burning. Oh,
one of us froze
I
up.
said I said the sass alone
Oh,
from
yes.
that woman.
It's like I had a crush on her and Carol Kane. I
Okay.
still have a crush on Carol Kane. You know, one of my favorite movies of all time, which should shock no one, is Transylvania 65000 with
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum and
Oh, absolutely.
Ed Begley Jr. And it was one of, if not the first role that Gina Davis had. I talk about that movie, and I'm like, yeah, I had such a crush on the lady from that. And everybody goes, oh yeah, Gina Davis was hot. I'm like, oh no, she's hot too, but I'm talking about Carol Kane. I was ready for Loopy. Just made me all kinds of happy. Okay, now let's see. Nope. Did you put the ointment on? It puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again.
Moisturize me. Uh, not the green room. All right. See, Don says, "Oh, I love that, Nick. Xander is my boy. Good morning, Xander. Good morning for me as well." Oh, he's the
Oh,
cat.
I when he gets up because he had a bit of a rough night last night. I will pass that on. Oh, that's a little too dark right there. But he's a good boy. Uh-oh.
He is. Oh,
Oh,
we
this
got
must
to
be
the
what I
portion where you froze. So, did Nick freeze? Actually needing a pick-me-up, but I'll let you know of further developments with that workplace, okay? Shaking and
gotcha.
squirting with everything right now, and that one is a legality game of chess. That's
Gotcha.
we're gonna skip ahead to this. Stirring up some serious yikes moments. I'm a whistleblower and they know it's me. Help. Well, just remember they cannot legally come back after you for that. If they do, you've got
Yep.
even more against them.
What you
See.
know, when I woke up this morning, I did not think I'd be painting a turtle.
And then I took everything off the rails.
Well, it happens. I have to tell Mandy because I'll be working fine, and to this day, even if I don't see her, if I'm fixing something that would look cool while I'm working on it, as soon as she walks in the room, I'm going to drop it or completely crash things because it's the pretty girl walks in the room and I goof it up like instantly. It's just
Oh, I do the same thing when Joe walks into a room. I'm just like, "Oh, hi." And I go like ditzy girl moment for him.
I know it's adorable.
He's amazing. Don't tell him I said that though. Tell him I said he's all right for a first husband.
Uh, I do love when he makes that kind of crack because he'll make that crack and I'll go, "Don't you do that, Joseph?
Oh,
Don't you?
so
Don't you?"
so when I started at Indot, he was already working there. And I
Yes.
start, and everybody's coming up and they're like, "We love Joe so much. He's amazing." And everybody's singing his praises as they should. And I was like, "Well, I need something to say other than, yeah, thanks," because that was getting old. So I started
Yeah.
telling people, I'm like, "Yeah, he's all right for a first husband." And they go, "Yeah, what did you say?" They're like, "Yeah, he's all right for a first husband." I wouldn't explain that I'm a one and done. So, like, he's it. But
Yeah.
yeah, the looks of horror on their faces just, "I can't believe you said that." I'm like, "He says the same thing about me. Relax. It's a joke."
Uh, I love being the exception to all sorts of rules. Now let's see who's next.
Let's see. We've got you froze on Foxy's.
Did on mine
Got a lot of uh-ohs. Facebook didn't like your song. And that looks like when I jumped in.
and yeah, YouTube is always trying to censor me, but I'll tell you the truth about it. I'm going to tell.
Uh-huh. La 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 la.
Dude, you can be. We're guys platonic. We're platonic. YouTube, you're not supposed to censor that.
Right? They're like, you can have no support, no friendship, and no love.
Wow. Flashback to the late 80s through the aughts. Oh, wow. Pardon me. Troy just goes, vicious uppercut. You know, like, hold on.
Right? Ugh. Just kind of hurts. Nice crafting setup. Thank you. What you don't see is the gradient of yarn that's also there. I did that specifically for Nick because I knew he'd see it at some point. It's full gradient. It's great. It took, yes.
Well, I would like to see it, but Joey won't let me in the house.
You're allowed in our house.
What?
You're allowed in our house.
Oh, no. Joey's not without a grounding strip.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
pretty
not
sure
allowed technology.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed. I
Faraday
think
cage you.
because we've been working on it, and the theory is if we get 2 of those grounding pads, I can lay one down and walk across it, and then lay the next one down, and then pick up the first one, kind of like go Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean in his bucket.
So we also know somebody that does. Oh,
Hi.
Wild Joe appears. Looks like he's out of his meeting. Getting
Dun
full
dun
house today.
dun.
Am I gonna have to throw a master ball? I accuse you, Joey. But
I already did that. It was called The Wedding.
I know I was there.
But
Only
we
a
know
little bit
somebody
of
that
me
does.
died inside, but no.
But we know somebody that does chainmail. I wonder if like a copper chainmail outfit.
You want to make me a mobile Joey? All you're talking about throwing me in the Faraday cage is being, echoed by your wife. I'm not sure.
Hey, I don't blame her.
Y'all are trying to throw my switch again. I see how you are, but so all that aside, let me do a little bit more on this. I'm gonna darken
We're still
over
over
here.
an hour behind on the comments because we've been chatting it up.
Well, they like the chat. The chat likes the
Yeah,
chat.
people are.
Oh, and
Oh, I got
my.
it. Yes. I got a hi Trey. And yes, there is the hobo sightings. Hobo has been walking. He had the zoomies at one point behind me, and it was hilarious.
I'm trying to do a stream with literal squirrel-like action in the
Oh God!
background.
See,
It
Sarah
wasn't just my
needs a
wife.
different. Right? No, you missed the squirrel girl commentary. Need a different room for everything going on. Maybe I have no clue from Sarah. I mean, yeah, it'll help it keep it separated.
You got to keep
You
it
gotta keep it
separated.
separated. Okay, we're both gonna get kicked off by YouTube.
How white are we?
Oh, so white. That's why I'm
So,
glowing in my
I
screen.
just want to pop in and say hi real quick. I'm actually going to back out without ending the stream,
Thank you for
like
that.
I have in the past. I'm throwing that out there for you, Dawn. But I will see you guys later.
later, Joe. Drive safe.
Okay, bye. There he goes. Donna says, Trey, you're very soft. Oh, okay. Hang on. Has it gotten? Hopefully, it's gotten better. I
That
tend to
actually
talk
did.
a little more. Okay, it's a new headset. I'm trying to figure it out still. So
I just figured I'm deaf. this whole time, so I wasn't sure
I've
if you were
also been
actually.
talking lower, so that might account for it too.
All right.
So we'll see. Hopefully it gets better. Um, yes, the Book of the Dark Church of the Rising Tide, RPG style book. The Chaos. Feral Wives are just fine. I hope so, because otherwise Joey's got some regrets. That's fine, minus Feral too. She bites and scratches,
Only for
and you
you.
like it. Big stompy dark church of the rising tide. That's a whole faction of its own.
Oh god. My brain went there. I don't have a religious-based faction on Praxis 5, come to think of it. Well, the Vector sect, sorta, if you want to worship science. But I'd be totally fine with, sacrificing the people you acquire for goods and profit. But
that never happens.
Why do you write horror? Because I tried writing sci-fi and horror just kept creeping in there.
Sci-fi horror is a thing.
Well, and see, people, they don't know. They don't know how terrifying the glitzers are. Okay, by the way, I'm going to be good now. I'm going to be good. I can be good. By the way, I don't like the feeling of needing to ask for tribal support, even though that's what we do. Hard. Going back to writing out what I'm looking for to replace it, because I'm not going to be there. Okay, well, you have it anyway. You're on that list among people who all you have to do is kind of imply something might be up, and we're there.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we do.
It's like that's what happens when you have found family. They do that stuff. They want to support their family members.
Yep.
So, love you, Sarah. Love you, Dawn. Hobo zoomies, something you don't see every day. Oh, yes, I do. I do.
No, you do?
I do. Nobody else really gets to see it.
See?
But yeah, he is a zoomy boy. Yeah.
So, I tried to think of the best Indiana swamp to play with at the time, and my brain, because of the time of year it is, went with we haven't had any water for a long time. Oh, everything is melted, and we've had rain. Oh, the ground can't soak it up anymore. So you have to just...
That's currently where we're at.
I started doing this, and what's sad is I'm like, okay, one of those fields is corn, and one of those is soybeans. I can tell the difference because I grew up in Indiana.
Yep.
But so we've got the first one done. I'm going to sign off on it. I am super behind, but I'm saying this because I have to sign up on it and put the logo on it. But that means Trey has to talk about what she wants next, unless the chat needs to. So let me check something real quick. Comment dump. And how far behind are we?
Oh, we're quite behind. We're quite behind. We're an hour and a half behind.
It's going to be one of those shows, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, believe it or not, we're not too far. So let me sign off on this. I don't want to do that in yellow. My signature should be present, but not dominating.
Day glow green.
I am just a support class NPC, dang it. But try and make me a main character.
Too late.
Oh, no, I'm only main character on the show because I'm holding the line for better people. I know how it is. Okay, so I'm going to save this as... Turtle Friends Swamp. And yes, I missed the apostrophe. That's for saving issues. And now that is saved. I get to come over here and export single layer ping. Put that there. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. And yes, I'm talking my way through it, even though you guys don't get to see the pop-ups. And I'm exporting the time lapse, which it used to show, but now it doesn't for reasons I don't know. And that's exported, or it will be in a second. Now I may robot for a bit here, but that's happening. And while this is going on, let's see. Fun to watch too, yes. Legit chess of marginally. Yes, that. We are here for you. You can reach out to me at any time, Sarah, if you need an ear. Okay, if I don't hush, I'll log out. But yikes, what am I doing? What you're doing is forgetting to breathe, my dear. Everything stops. Good air in, bad air out. You need to cycle like that. If you have trouble with it, there is actually an app. I'm not being facetious. It's called A Kinder World. It's in alpha, and it looks, the icon looks like that. Okay? The little cartoon tree. It is free. They have daily breathing exercises, assessments, commentaries. It's great. You have the little cartoon doggy Sam will remind you to breathe, to take care of your plants in the game. And to do with that, you get to do these little exercises where it gives you a visualizer for box breathing. It is wonderful. Helps Xander a lot. And I'm like, wow, this helps Xander. Guess I'll use it too. I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that it's a really great program. And I've seen interviews with the lady who designed it saying that she will never charge for it. There are, if you want fancy flower pots, yes. There are little microtransaction kind of things for cosmetics, but the functionality is free. And talking to the rest of us crazies, and the black heart of Sarah. And Don just curtsied. I was speaking about the glory of curtsies relating to bowing in TED Talk I put on in the Secret Humor group. If you haven't read it, you should. Look for the video that does not look like one I would normally share. It covers the author situation of she breasted boobily down the stairs.
I laughed so hard at that.
Yeah, got a chance to shout out. Yes, thank you for doing that. And awesome thesis. I'm going to blast through these. Hello, Chris Walker. Hey, Chris and Trey, if you want to, throw an elbow and tell, everybody's greeting Chris. There's a squee for Chris. We love Chris. And we do love Chris. Chris is awesome. I try not to see 4:30 a.m. or Waxy Can't Funny. Still mapping Skyrim.
Yeah.
I fully understand.
Yes.
Skyrim was my vacation. 4 a.m. always sounds like being trapped in Antarctica with a hungry alien stalker. You know what?
You're not wrong.
Is just the thing. It does. 4 a.m. is why you always sleep with your curtains closed. Anyway. And you make sure you bring your shoes in.
Yes.
And if somebody calls your name in the woods, no, they didn't.
Latinos against spooky shit. Spooky poop.
When Foxy and I were first dating, she lived in the house on the other side of town. So there would be multiple early mornings where I was walking across town to avoid the creepy. No cars on the road, no other people around, just me in the silence. The liminal spaces, also known as my happy place. Give me a misty bridge that has no one on it, or a lonesome beat that, yours are the only footprints. Empty malls, yeah.
Ooh. Marquette Mall?
Oh, I miss Marquette Mall.
It's not the same as it used to be.
Oh no.
But the fountain's not even going anymore. It makes me sad.
I remember when they had the big Christmas displays with animatronics and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and now I get misty eyed. And let's see,
Yeah, just
camo
bittersweet
tape
memories.
dying. Yes. Look, if it's camouflaged, you can't see it. That means
You
it's
can't say
invisible. Stewart is lacking brain cells. You know that? No, no. Stewart is an orange cat, which means he has access to the exact same brain cell as every other orange cat. It just depends which cat has it which time.
Yep.
Let's see. There are times when the tractor needed a new voltage regulator, so I wound up driving the back roads at 20
Oh,
thumping on
yep. Yep. Who hasn't done that with farm equipment? Like it's a rite of passage.
Oh, yes. I realized I stopped doing what I was supposed to do. And farm equipment is fun. I used to drive farm truck ahead of equipment, park up the hill with flashers. I think I was 12.
Oh yeah.
See, the nice thing about trucks and farm equipment is you get to do things like truck surf.
Yes.
And see, that's one of the great joys in life. What do we got? Trey's home has monsters and hobos and a Joey. And a small swarm, technically.
It's a mischief. A group of rats is a mischief.
Ah, that's right.
Yes, so we have a small mischief, and they have no will to live, as evidenced by them trying to talk to their brother very closely.
Well, I think that's delicious.
Hobo thinks it's delicious.
Oh, Trey, not the green room.
Not the green room.
Oh, I got a comment dumb.
Oop.
Oh, I'm just saying this because I just saw it. Bye, Chris. I hope you had a little bit of fun.
Oh.
Oh, Lord in heaven. I love scrolling through and just randomly seeing Cyberdyne Studios referenced. Oh, God.
Well, we are at...
Okay. I'm sorry, I saw another comment a little farther that made my brain 404 for a moment.
Oh.
You'll know it when you get there, probably. And let's see. Wait. Yep, okay. I was old enough to when thump on the hood. Jar voltage regulator, but not old enough. Yep.
Yep.
And Grey Wolf is going to be 65 in September. Hey, we love all ages here. Art is for everybody. As is writing, as is comics. All arts, including the martial ones. Hold on. Go there. Type thing you. Because I need to do this one bit.
All right. You do that, and we will continue. Lisa says, if I were to shave off all my facial hair, I could probably pass for mid-20s. Probably. Poor Joe, every time he shaves off his facial hair, I feel like I'm dating somebody much younger. We've got greetings to Grey Wolf.
You do look like you're completely robbing the cradle when he...
I feel like it. Thesis is turning 44 in October. Greetings to Dawn. I don't even act 44 as if I needed to say that. Acting your age is... No, don't do it. Nobody acts their age. It's no fun.
What does that mean? I mean,
I don't know. I've never been this age. How should I act it?
From a historical period, most of us are seasoned elders to actual, antediluvian relics. I mean, not bashing, but when life expectancy was 30, we're all really, really way out there in ages. And isn't that terrifying?
Living to the ripe old age of childbirth.
Oh, yes.
Like, nah. Let's see. It's no fun being the same age as old people. This week has sucked. My SUV is in the shop after having the alternator replaced. And then my 50-pound vise broke loose and hit me in the leg yesterday. Oh my gosh. No.
No. Oh, that sucks. I
Yeah,
hope
that's
you're okay.
terrible.
Let's see. Catch back where we were. Okay, there we are. Yes, this comment. Nick, IndieCD.com instigated the Trey Foxy swap, right? Helena, my dear.
Yes.
Whom I love. Please, for the edification of our chat, elaborate on that, because I know what it means. But I also know what it reads like.
Well, Foxy and I will be traveling in opposite direction. No. No, I saw Amanda's bracelet from Foxy, and so I asked for the same beads, and Foxy saw my some of my work and wanted some scrunchies, so we just did an art swap.
See, guys, and you guys took it somewhere weird. I'm just gonna say, shame. Oh. Okay, I gotta just let that sail. No, Foxy, I knew that was coming. I knew that coming. I'm not even reading it. You. See. All I know is, given some interesting contractual things that have been signed off on by Joseph, thank God Trey isn't a bit more trad wife than she is. Anyway, Nick, that's terrible. Oh, yes, I know. Certainly not biblical. Oh, wait, I've read the book. Anyhow,
right. Oh, there's some stuff in that book.
Yes, there is. The biblical definition of marriage is far more interesting than people want to admit. Did you clear that swap with Joe? Yeah. Or the ladies themselves? Nobody cleared it with me. I mean, I'll let it go, but that's only because I'm nice. I did say my pets can have pets. Moving on. So it's either being her caregiver, grandma's, or her going into a nursing home. She's still living in her own apartment retirement building at 99. When I start giving her showers, she's going to be like a slippery fish. You're going to drop her. Okay. Normally we get into a huge number of jokes and stuff, but in the shock gasp horror, I have bathed more people than you would really expect between doing some volunteer work at a nursing home and then spending time in extreme special needs. And I got the geriatric special needs on top of that, because I don't bat an eye at somebody throwing a dining table at me. That being said, invest in a good shower chair that has a long protrusion slide. So what you can do is, if she's at all mobile, she can sit and you can slide her from a regular chair onto the shower chair and swing her leg over. They are wonderful tools for that. There are a lot of adaptive tools to make it easier on both of you. Don't hesitate to do that. Even though she's a relative, whenever you're bathing anybody, if I said medically, be sure to have a set of gloves, just to make sure that you don't transfer anything to them, they don't transfer anything to you. It really is a noble thing you're doing, but it's also a very challenging thing. If you need advice or you have questions, DM me. If I can answer them, I will. If I can't, I'll tell you I can't and try to research it for you. Okay? And we'll get back to the hilarity, just that brief moment of serious while I did my job. And Dan, she's laughing at Dan, and I love how different people are parsing what the swap means.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
are
like
you know,
everybody knows what it is, but
yeah, it's like, are you sending husbands as a swap, or are you both like high fiving somewhere across the Mississippi River? You know, I mean,
just doot doot.
oh yeah, G Sleaze he is. But I will tell you a tip: if I see a comment that's too spicy to glaze over, I'll just skip it. I'm fully capable of that too, guys. And shower chair is your friend. Less droppage, absolutely. And yep, everybody's talking shower chairs. And she's had a caregiver, but they dropped her as a client. Time to step up. No to a nursing home. Do you know why they dropped her as a client? That's a very interesting thing. And yes, getting her in and out, dressing. Apparently, that's then what you're doing. Probably, if she's that mobile, is a lot of stability. You're just
support.
a major walking cane kind of thing. Back to writing things down, job hunting. A duck in a daffodils.
Aw, that
You
sounds
want
cute.
and swampy cemetery vibe. Y'all, we'll see. I have a swamp painting in my bathroom. That's nice. There's a reason behind my madness. There generally is. 95% of the time. Yeah, that's about the right ratio. From years ago, I was taking Bob Ross lessons. Who doesn't love Bob Ross? You can still look online and watch him. I will say this: there is a tragedy in that the family of Bob Ross lost the lawsuit, so any Bob Ross branded merch does not go to the family. It goes to the people who got his rights, which I don't think is fair.
No.
So if you get if you want Bob Ross merch, try to buy it secondhand so the money isn't going to them. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I did. To use a shower chair after my hip. Yes. I've had to use them, and I actually converted my old shower chairs into chairs on my porch, and I have to replace them now, or at least the boards on them.
Well, you know they're stable, so
yeah,
they're better than most of the chairs out there for that.
Let's see. We kept the shower chair. Yeah, it's a good thing to have. Of course, there are sunny days in the swamp. Has no one watched Swamp Boy? Swamp Thing? Oh boy, I just dated myself. Chris Walker, the words Heather Locklear mean anything to you? Anyway, moving on. Hey, Chris. No comment, Chris. Not in years, Chris. The 5% that adds confusion, interest, and a bit of scary to the madness. Yeah. Dad was a fan of old monster flicks. Gotta love them.
Oh, yeah. They're classics.
Chris, I've seen several versions of that movie. Yep. Swamps don't have to be dark, but you know how much I. Oh no! If you're going for it, you go for it. I like to mix things. So in this take, I took the swampiness that just kind of pops up along the where the rivers and irrigation fields cross. And I was sitting there, I'm like, I don't have the angle right to do the pancake turtles going down the river. So I'll put different turtles.
I love the soft shell turtles where they just bloop, and they got their little noses up. Those are my favorites.
That was what I was originally going to do. And like I said, I didn't make the body of water moving enough where that would really tell. Got to get in the shower. Keep up the volume because I want to see if Nick will ever read the comments. Anyway, moving forward, before I get in trouble, I rarely keep up with the comments. I just fly by the seat of my pants, respond to something I hear and notice most of the time. So do I. It's Trey reading the comments, but she's being polite and letting Nick talk, so it may be a while. Wow. What would Tim Burton do? Is Johnny Depp available?
Did Tim Burton or Helena Bonham Carter get Johnny Depp in the breakup?
You froze up for me for quite a while. So I heard Tim Burton or Helena Bonham Carter, and then nothing.
get Johnny Depp when they broke up?
I think they have shared custody.
Okay.
Johnny Depp does. That's okay. He's bouncing back really well. Breakfast
Yeah,
for
he
me.
is.
Breakfast is good. Man, for a second time, I thought Nick said something else beside tips. I have a speech impediment, so you may hear things I don't intend, and I have to go lunch with my date, with my bestie. Have fun.
Have
And
fun.
that's breakfast. Bye, Donna. Everybody's saying bye to Donna. For generation raised on Terminator and Cyberdyne systems, we are really trying to create Skynet. We aren't. The
Yeah.
billionaires who think they can control it are. Okay, where did we go? There we are. So I'm going to blast through a few of these. Depends on whether the sentience is benevolent or malevolent. I think if we treat it with respect, it's more likely to be benevolent than if we treat it like dirt. I've dealt with snapping turtles before. So have I.
Yeah.
Once the kids see Donna get dressed, I'll be pressed into lunch duty. Everybody have a great day. Yep. Either way, we'd be in trouble. Chris, yes. You too. See ya. It was supposed to be fiction, not reality. And 1984 was supposed to be a warning, not directions.
Oh.
Scary.
Yeah, so is Cajun.
And I can't see a reason why we would be in trouble, Foxy. Reality is scary. Scarier than the paranormal for the most part of it. Yeah. A lot of times I watch ghost hunter shows and I want to slap them, not because of what they're doing with the ghosts, but the fact that there's graffiti. I saw a dark figure. You saw a dude. He was tracking you, you dumb butt. I'm going to go off into a dark, abandoned place with expensive camera equipment all by myself.
I don't know. I was unconscious, and then all my stuff was gone. It was ghosts.
Ooh. You got to come down for Freak Out at the Fowler sometime.
Yes.
It's fun. It's adorable fun, but it's fun.
Yeah, we've got Dark in the Park up here that we put on at the park with the River Forest Honor Society.
Yeah.
That is a lot of fun. Those kids are great. They're very smart, very creative, and everybody has a really good time.
No, Freak Out at the Fowler isn't a haunted attraction.
Okay.
It's a like street fair, but a lot of the attendees are ghost hunters, psychics.
Okay.
There's a very large oddity booth. There is a very... I'm trying to fix my vocabulary on a term that I used for a long time because I didn't understand. I didn't know the negative connotation, so I'm trying to... So a very Romani-inspired reading booth, but I don't think it's... I don't know the authenticity, we'll put it that way.
Gotcha.
And some folks who were trying to set up a new type of card system for reading that I had fun. The last time I went there, one of the reading cards that they were messing with insisted on flying out across and sticking to me in the wind. And then
that was meant for you.
I was talking to, and they were cute because they were all gothed out. These teenagers and 20-somethings who were doing ghost hunting. And I'm like, you're young, you're doing this. Please be respectful. The antagonizing method really isn't necessary the vast majority of the time, and it's kind of rude. And they had a spirit box going, and as soon as I said that, the spirit box went, "Listen, truth." And they just looked at me. I'm like, not my first rodeo. You kids have fun.
Right.
Retired. That means you're tired of the BS all over again. Anyway, bringing someone down. Did somebody think of hello? But don't bring me down. Cleaned, LOL. And y'all still way behind. Oh, yes. I am almost an hour behind.
We're still an hour behind.
Talking Asian food, going noodle place today. I'm so excited. I kind of hate you right now. Honey saucer, sweet drizzle. Oh, Food Talk has returned. And then a link, hopefully, to Taste the biscuit. Carl and Donna saw a food truck yesterday. It wasn't Don's Taco, though. That's closed. Aw.
No.
Don's Taco truck closed down? Can't they find a van? They were too controversial. Annie Potts and Pretty in Pink. Okay. Rails don't exist in the rising tide. Rails? Where are we going? We don't need no stinking rails.
Right.
Camera approves. Yes.
Camera is the friend to children.
You could make the turtle into a duck-billed platypus. I'm not sure what its natural habitat is. Oh, I love duck-billed platypus pie because duck-billed platypus proves to me there is a God because there's no way that thing happened naturally.
No.
He has a sense of humor because it completely messes with everybody. And it's the one animal you could make a custard entirely of by its own parts. And that God loves his creations because most people don't know it, but a duck-billed platypus is extremely venomous.
Yes.
Due to the spines on their back feet. Dang it! The jokes I can say in person isn't meant for minors, so I can't put them here. I know the thing. And Annie Potts and Corvette Summer. Yes. Just yes. The one I can say is, how many siblings do you have? My response, 1.5 sisters. Throws people off big time. I have a half-sister.
Nice.
Top half? Or, well, I'm hoping it's top half.
It might be split long ways.
Oh, it could be split.
I mean,
Yokai style. Anyway. Good morning, Miss Saren.
hi, Saren.
Oh, God. Miss Saren is recording the audiobook version of Hanson Hellfire, and it is so good. I have not shared any of the audio with anybody because, I'm trying to be good and keep it under my hat. But, let's just say at least one of my beta readers was like, scritch, Nick. And I'm not being facetious. It was, you need to play that louder, right? So,
we can't hear it the rest of the house.
Arrangements could be made. And that's the only family-friendly one I could say. That's fine. Hi, Joey Be Good. Morning, Miss Aaron. One full sister, one half-sister in that case, in case there was a confusion. Well, she could have had like it's not a tumor, it's a baby. No, hi, Miss Saren. Everybody's gonna greet Miss Saren. Dog's making like evil face. I really like Little Turtle Friend. I do too.
Right?
I'm 2 hours in and I have one picture done. That's what we do. There for our tribe, line of constant complainers looking for balance at the moment. Sun is out. I want to plant things right now, but waiting for last hard freeze that comes. I understand.
Yep, same here.
Yes, there's a Fidget self-care app. Yes.
I have that one. I enjoyed that one.
Happy Hump Day, Chris. And oh no, the car thing someone brought up. Drove from that job to Walmart with no brakes, no working driver's side.
Oh.
No working driver's side steering wheel is something I had to process for a second. Because you mean the front wheel up front that steers, I imagine. Because
the drive tire.
Because just for my thought, she's like, yep, I had to use the passenger side.
That's what I thought at first.
I know I use the Invisibrake a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with a lot of things.
Brake.
But, when I'm riding with Mandy, that Invisibrake gets hit a lot. No shame. Thank you guys for the suggestion. I'll be doing a lot of other tasks as well as an elderly caregiver. Thank you. Anything we can do to help? And there are scummy swamps.
The duckweed scum.
I second the ducks. You guys want ducks? Okay. I can only guess why they dropped her from caregiver age. Not sure. Okay. Duck and daffodils. Everybody wants duck and daffodils. Yep.
It's a beautiful spring day. It's perfect for it.
See, I think last spring I did a duck. I'm serious. I did. I think I did a duck. I think I might have done a duck and daffodils, but I will see. Okay, let's see. It's nice writing nut jobs. Oh, writing out jobs I can use with Google Maps, since Indeed is actually not a good site to hop job with. Talking and writing and brainstorming. Antagonizing is rude. There are limits. Yes.
I wouldn't want
Although
somebody just
I
coming
will.
into my house and screaming at me. So
Yeah.
why do it to them?
I'll be honest. I like Ghost Adventures, but I really kind of want to see. And it's not even like Main Dude Bro. Main Dude Bro is kind of too dumb, but there's the other dude who's always throwing things at Aaron. The middle dude whose name I can't remember.
Is it Billy or Jay? Or were you talking early Ghost Adventures with Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Nick, so he has his own show and his own theories on ghosts now. His theory is that ghosts are still alive, like parallel to us.
Oh, okay. They're not
So
the
they're not
dead.
Yeah. So he's gone that direction. I forget what channel he's on now, but it's quite a different viewpoint than traditionally so.
That could be interesting. Well, it's all better than Paranormal State, because that was everything's a demon, and my theory is no, the dude was just partially possessed and he brought it with him. You have a ghost? Mine's bigger.
That would actually make a lot more sense, yeah.
Yeah, the more you think about that one, and there are ones that need to be put out of the gene pool. Anti-tigers are those who use Han. Yeah. Leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Okay. We get you, Sarah. Good to yes, we all call Miss Sarah. You don't know how awesome your reading is. It's one of those. I'm listening to her read a book I wrote, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. Wait, I wrote that? Nah, I didn't write that. That's because I will tell you, if I don't get something down, I don't. Guys, I am a direct pipeline. Nothing retains. So I
Don't
sense
forget to start your time lapse.
Oh, yes. Start my time lapse before I forget. Thank you, dude.
Start your time lapse.
Okay. Time lapse has been started. And that's the reason I hate Ghost on First Sight shows. Sensationalized for ratings. They're usually dicks to the spirit and then shock Pikachu's face when the spirit gets mad. You know what gets me? What gets me is they're dicks to the spirit. They wind up the spirit and then they're like, okay, well, we're leaving. And you've got like the homeowner like.
It got worse, guys. Guys, come back. Yeah.
I mean, I am a bit of a follower of the philosophy of Saint Fafo. Thou who effeth around shall findeth out.
Oh, yeah.
And there aren't enough spectral assaults on people. And that's where we are. And oh my God, let me find me.
Send me a DM with your thing. I actually switched phones, so I have to re-download Finch. But yes, be my neighbor. I have no neighbors.
Wait a second. We just gave you a reminder to do something that would be positive for your. It's almost like the show is doing what I've artfully crafted it to do in the background, which is
things for people.
But I'm not a manipulative, cunning, evil. I'm living up to Ray's name for me. Anyway.
Right.
Hold on. Wait here. I'll pull a Richie for just a minute here. Yeah, we'll twist the mustache a bit for y'all. And let's see, no driver's side seatbelt heading out to the job of doom.
Oh,
Look, since the weird life choices, Johnny has been all. So now you can do whatever you want to do in life. And to be honest, ducks. The answer is ducks.
ducks.
Ducks. Okay. I'm going to let Trey take over because they should be reasonable for a moment while I duck.
Ooh, tulips and daisies with some random graves. Limphau.
Tulips and okay. Okay. So now I have to. Okay, I got how this is going to work. Let me get pencil out. Now let's get blue in here because I need to figure this out. And I need.
Oh, there's no way we caught up that quick. Never mind. Of course, I said it. So, we've got Zach Baggins.
You know what? He may be the douchiest hobbit ever. I'm just going to say it.
So, when I was plowing nights, I was sleeping during the day, and Joe would be like, "Hey, do you want me to turn off the TV?" And I'm like, one night I was so tired, and I was listening to Ghost Adventures, and I went, "No, it's okay. The sounds of Aaron's screams soothe me." because it's very like the timing of it. I know exactly when to expect things of it. Like,
Oh,
okay, we
yeah.
got our intro, there's stuff happening. We're shoving Aaron into like a room by himself with like invitations to do things to him. And then, we got our outro. So it was just very, very the timing was very familiar, so it was easier to fall asleep.
Oh, yes. I love stuff
But
like that.
yes. Right? It was great. But there was a falling out and Nick left that group. Yeah, he just disappeared from the show.
Oh, poor Nick. Anyway, well, that's what happens. How douchey do you have to be to get kicked out of Zach Baggins' club? Anyway.
Isn't it hysterical that those who ask for signs freak out when the signs happen? Right? They make them angry and then they're like, "Oh, they're angry. We don't know why."
Well, they
just cussed them out and told them that they were weak. How would you react?
Okay. Give us a sign of your presence. They give a sign of the presence. Give us the sign of your presence. Then they'll get to something. They'll start getting to the good stuff of knock once for yes or twice for no. You could have you allegedly have communication going. They'll do that for 3 seconds and then wander to the next room and be like, "Give us a sign of your presence." I mean, that would make me want to apply someone's forehead to the table until, they magically went through it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So then we have cool. Yes, ducks. Or yay, ducks. Everybody loves ducks. Dawn's got to run, but I look forward to seeing ducks and daffodils when finished. Again, I have a method to my madness and annoyance of making you draw ducks and daffodils. Everybody loves ducks and daffodils. It's so wholesome and cute.
So we're gonna put the gravestone for Sarah.
Yes.
And we'll just look over here. And the foreground will probably be. I could get a little like because ducks are egg shaped.
Oh, well, you can draw what autocorrect says ducks and try that one over regular ducks. My autocorrect stopped autocorrecting to ducks because it finally gave up and realized what I was actually trying to say. Aaron is their guinea pig because he ends up being the one attracting spirits. Ha! Well, they offer him up as a sacrifice every episode. They're like, we locked him in a room. You can do what you want. And then he's like, guys.
One of these days, I think Aaron needs to become possessed and just kick their butts for a while. Like, I would love to see Aaron just get sent to the room and he's sitting there and they've got the little folding chair they put him on. They start to walk away, have Aaron just do one of these. And
from behind with the chair, it's Aaron.
don't channel the spirit of Cheris.
Oh. But, there was a power battle between what Nick wanted to do and what Zach wanted to do. That would do it. Also remember that you are getting recordings of recordings as well for the serious groups. Oh, like you don't get to see all of
right
what they're actually getting and doing. That's very true. We're definitely getting the highlight reels.
Right.
And I leave for shower and come back and still going.
What I love is how many people leave my show for showers. Do I just make you feel dirty? I'm just wondering, do I make you feel dirty? Just a little bit. I get a note from, the national water system. Sir, can you please stop your broadcasts? Your shows are causing too many women to suddenly take showers. Anyway, God. See, there is a show, a British ghost hunting show called Most Haunted, right?
Yeah.
And it has the psychic David Akora.
Yeah.
And David Akora is kind of like, and this sounds terrible, but he has the energy of a younger, gay Michael Caine.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And he has his buddy Sam, who is the spirit he talks to. He kind of brings his spirit guide around. Now, there's another guy, and I can never remember his name, but he's this other quasi-psychic they bring in sometimes. And he always wears like a fluffy coat, like he's a pimp.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'll go, if there is a spirit here, possess David. And he's constantly trying to get David possessed.
Stop offering other people up as sacrifices.
It's like, I am going to bring energy for, and it's really, I'll bring energy for you to feed on, to manifest. Here's David.
Yeah.
And Mandy gets so mad about this. I get mad, but she gets incensed. She's like, I want to meet that guy. I want to meet the cast so I can walk up to that other psychic guy and tilt his head, go, what's that, Sam? Donk! And punch him in the nose as a gift from Sam. For all it wasn't me. Sam did it.
Sam possessed me. Oh. Let's see. Oh, Johnny is here and says same.
Hey, Johnny. How's one of my favorite vampires on the planet? See, when I say it sucks for Johnny, that's a good thing.
Right? And we've got, Sarah said when they are listening to recordings or see evidence, they're seeing it straight on their equipment through the TV. You're not getting to see what they're seeing or hearing. Yeah, I get that a lot with my TV. I'm like, I didn't see anything, so sure, it's there. They'll be like, oh, there's an energy orb going through here and going there and this and that. And I'm like, I got nothing. So yeah, that's a recording of a recording. Yeah, very true.
Anyway, and I don't know why the duck manifested a hat. These things happen. And yeah, Michael Caine's awesome people.
Oh, yeah. But Miss Saren is very happy that duck has a cute little hat. He looks very dapper. He does, especially with the monocle.
As soon as you said dapper, I'm like, this gentleman needs a monocle. Oh, wrong. Okay, well, we're just going to merge these two layers because that wasn't me making a mistake at all.
Why the ducking thing? Because ducks are cute.
Because it was requested by the chat.
It seems to be the theme of the day is the ducks.
Yeah, I think I'll keep the good pen out today. I might got good pencil. Okay, so. And I do want to credit the incredible but woefully inappropriate, so I have to be careful when we watch it. YouTube channel Drawfee, DRAWFEE, which is a draw stream that has a panel of 4. And
Okay.
Trelena, if you haven't watched them, you will fall in love with them, like hardcore. Especially when they do their art RPGs for Drawtectives. There's a lot you can catch up from the background. But they also recommended certain brushes on Clip Studio. And the brush I am using is a free brush.
Oh.
And it's in Japanese, but this is the good pen. And I can remember the last two symbols are literally pen.
Nice.
But, yes. Give him his little monocle because he is a dapper boy. And put the chain where it's supposed to be. And we'll put the daffodils up. But it's very pressure sensitive and it has just a little bit of scrunch to it.
Okay. I was going to say, it looks like the old felt tips.
Yes. It's one of my 2 favorite pens that I have gathered from them. The other is Ciro. And Ciro looks like a felt pen. Like, it feels almost like a flare.
Oh, those were the best. Then they decided artists use those, so we need to raise the price.
To obscene. And they won't put, they just won't do a permanent version for me.
Yeah.
Because there used to be a pen that was not unlike a flare. It was a little different. It was a Sharpie extra fine.
Yes.
Not ultra fine. The tips didn't break. They were amazing. Yep. They quit making them.
Of course I did. Let's see. Miss Saren is asking, wait, Johnny, do you not like ducks? It's ducking fantastic. I have to be very careful because F-bombs are my favorite. So we will say those very carefully.
I appreciate that. And as somebody who was raised in a household, ran by a man from the Navy, I understand slips happen. I tried to do my best, but if you want full, like, totally proper language, I need to be paid for it.
Let's see. Johnny says, slow down with the assumptions, Cupcake.
Aw.
Oh, good. That would be tragic.
Okay, so.
It's very cute.
Like I said, the gravestone is, there because Sarah requested it.
Hey.
This does mean that Mondays, people will be really confused about what's going on Monday's show.
Right.
Which I love. I take great pride in the fact that my thumbnails have absolutely nothing to do with the content of the programming.
But it helps me separate which day it is. Because I'm like, okay, this is for today. So Sarah is glad to be an enabler. You're ducking welcome.
Wow, did I hear that for a second?
She's trying.
I don't know how I misheard that one.
I was good. I enunciated the D.
Yeah. No, my ear popped.
Oh.
So it wasn't at that part. Something in the way you transferred from whatever you said to glad to be an enabler. I I swear that because I lost part of it, my brain went lesbian, and I went, no, Nick, you
You're
didn't hear
ducking
that,
welcome.
but you're ducking welcome. Okay, we're gonna hide the blues. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Eat your fluffy butt. Better feet. There we go. There's his feet. I don't have room to give him spats, but I really think. Well, let me see. Do I have? Yeah. No shoes, but definitely spats. Hard to see,
is
but
that young Scrooge?
this would be like young Scrooge if he were happy.
I mean, he had to have been happy at some point.
Kind of having fun doing this line art. I'm trying to decide how I want to color it. This is totally not me just doodling around to figure out how I'm going to do the next part. Okay, cool. Multiply
Miss Saren
layer.
says, Mr. Tockert. Miss Saren says, Mr. Tockert.
I
Those
know.
things sound nothing alike.
I am quite aware of that. That's why, because of the way my hearing twists sounds and then has ranges that duck out, and my brain just
Yep.
edits. And I see Trey's been around me long enough that she's on the list of people who, after I've had a conversation, she'll stop and go, "Okay, what did you think you heard?"
You get a look on your face, and I'm like, okay, I know it wasn't that amusing. Oh, and it looks like a wild Joey is in the background.
There's someone in the house. See, you had the "Did you see it?" moment right there.
Oh, is that Stray's still out there? Okay, thank you. All right. Oh,
Are you needing to go?
no, so we've had a stray wandering around the house, or like outside,
Yeah.
and he's starting to get a little thin. So Joe's gonna put out some food for him because we are
Oh,
softies and we take care of the outside cats too. But it's a super friendly cat, but nobody's claimed him yet.
I am saying nothing. I'm saying absolutely nothing.
I know. I'm like, we only have one. We only have one.
They are happier when they have at least two.
I know. But um Sarah says, Lamau. Lesbians ducking welcome. Of course, because we don't judge. Obviously.
Absolutely.
Johnny said, shh, let him cook. Of course Johnny did. Uh there's a show about how bad words became bad. I gotta see that. I think I saw the show you're talking about, and it's excellent, and I love it. And sometimes I just rewatch it because it's entertaining and very informative.
I love stuff like
There's
that.
two. There's one hosted by Nicolas Cage, which is absolutely hysterical, and then there's another one that's hosted by, I want to say she's a linguist. Both are great. And they're just words, so I'm interested in seeing what made them that way. Yeah, for sure. That's why I watched it. I was like, how did we get here? And dang it, every time you say Saren, it sounds like Sarah a lot of the time. That's because I have a Midwestern accent, and if there's no G to drop, I have to drop the N. It's just it's
No,
reasons.
you're fine. You're fine.
Are we
I'm,
are we Facebook friends, Trey? I gotta see who I'm friends with or not. I'm not sure. If not, can I find you under?
wait. I will solve this problem.
Well, I've got my friends hidden.
No, I know.
I was
Watch
gonna say,
this sorcery.
are you gonna send me a link? Send me a link.
Oh no, I'm gonna do better than that. Absolutely, Bosman. Because I know. Okay, let's see. Enabled. I just made a Facebook post that will confuse everyone because I simply tagged you and Sarah and said enabled.
Perfect. Let's see, we've got greetings.
We're gonna find out
Cats don't
later that you're lesbians with each other. Anyway, that's the girl.
Cats don't get claimed by humans. It works the other way around. Sounds like it picked you guys. So that's how we got Hobo. But there's also houses that have indoor-outdoor cats in our neighborhood, and they like to. They don't like it when other people acquire their cats. We found, which is dumb because they didn't even acquire their cats. But I have strong feelings about that. But yeah, it's been hanging around about a week or so. So we're trying to figure out if it's got a home yet. Also, it seems like the neighbor child is very enamored in it with it. So they might acquire a cat. Uh, I'll have to see which streaming service the show is on. Yeah, I know one's on Netflix and I think the other's on Hulu.
Now
Maybe?
Hulu is free with Disney if you have it.
Yes. Yeah, they
Um,
bundled those together.
Thank you, nephew George. So I think the only streaming service I don't have access to these days is Netflix.
Okay.
It's kind of funny that way, but
I was gonna say it's kind of gone downhill since
that's
they got rid of the DVDs.
well, I know a lot of companies have pulled out of Netflix to have their own uh, program.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of companies have started up their own, and now it's getting a little. It might as well be cable again.
Basically, on top of it, at the end of the day, I almost always watch YouTube more than anything else.
Yeah, yeah, that's my go-to. That and the free apps, so like the Vizio app from the TV.
Oh yeah,
Roku.
Tubi, Pluto.
Yep, yeah, I usually watch Mystery Science Theater 3000 on Roku. That's my go-to.
Well, they have a whole channel now.
Yes, they do, and it's great. Johnny says that's what naughty nicknames are for. And Miss Saren says, this may surprise you, Johnny, but not everyone is actually comfortable calling me naughty nicknames.
Well, not mine too.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have permission, therefore. Sarah says, I'm in Illinois.
Hmm?
Okay, Sarah's in Illinois. It sounds the same way when a lot of people say Saren versus Sarah. I hear Sarah when people say sir sometimes too. So I'm in Northwest Indiana. So yeah, I've got that accent. But naughty nicknames are fun. And it looks like a pirate flag? Yes, it is the Jolly Roger. Yo ho. I can't afford much of anything now. I'm so desperate for a fur baby, but I want a freaking gerbil, but can't afford the startup costs that PetSmart sells. After that, I can afford it. We'll see. So as somebody that has seen the startups that a lot of those companies have, they are pretty terrible startups. They're usually far too small and not actually made for the animal. They're usually pretty detrimental to their health. Um, you can usually get a lot of things used too if you go to like the Facebook Marketplace or buy and sell groups. I would suggest those instead of the PetSmart startup, and they're usually cheaper and they're better for the animal. So just be careful of that. Um, I've never seen that show. Sci-fi and I are like oil and water. I've tried. That's just the way it is for me.
That's okay.
It's not everybody's cup of tea. I like Mystery Science Theater because it reminds me of sitting around with friends and just making fun of bad movies. Joe doesn't usually much care for it because there's too much going on and they're talking over the movie and things like that. But sometimes the movies are just that bad. Oh, the cat is, meowing behind me. I got confused. That's a pirate flag.
Yes.
Speaking of Mystery Science Theater 3000, thank you for the info. I did look at Marketplace, and I might buy things a bit at a time with the heads up about the startup kits. Yeah, that's the easiest way to go about it because, like, I know I bring them up a lot, but when I got the rats, the startup cage that they had was nowhere near big enough, and it it was we use it as like a quarantine cage when they're not supposed to be climbing and jumping and stuff, but it was not good at all. It's pretty shame-worthy. But yeah, I definitely recommend, getting a piece at a time when you can and setting it up right.
I may revisit this one and do a different render on it when I have more time and I'm a little more like in a place. But
It's
I'm not even going to worry about it. The caps lock button's stuck and I'm not fighting it. There we go. Now, this is good. I love when I do these and they look like poorly drawn storybook titles.
I love it.
Yes, this show is definitely an acquired taste. I'm sorry if it's not normal enough.
I'm just gonna comment on a random one in the past and just put not normal.
I can't even imagine trying to do a quote unquote normal version of this program.
This is the normal version of the program.
Oh wow,
Nope.
I made a classic error. That's fine.
The gradient editions are the really normal ones.
Dang it, Joe. See, I should have, as soon as I respond to you, I should have said, Trey, your voice dropped. We were just talking earlier about the importance of consent and permission, Joe. But you guys can't see what I'm doing. I realize. Where are we at? NTF 3.
We got
20?
some small comments.
I watch things alone and I don't even know references of anything, which makes my mind wander. That's okay. If you ever want me to explain, I will gladly explain. Save and save. And he is friend-shaped. He's kind of groovy. Sorry, I saw the next thing. Oh, you want streaming services free? Check out Vicky. Ooh.
Okay. Gonna have to check that one out.
And we have to do one more
He's
for Friday.
friend-shaped. He is friend-shaped.
All right. Save. We'll save so it's not grumpy. I need to revisit that one. All righty.
Don't forget your time lapse.
Thank you, Joe. This is why I need people. Okay.
I just keep covering Joe up with the comments.
He's used to it. Wow.
Screw.
Joe's under Dawn.
Oh. Was Kilroy here?
Okay.
Oh.
Screw normal. I love that. That is another great. That's a great no content sentence. Screw normal at Noodle Place, waiting for my friend.
I love it. Oh, that's. And then I can get exactly what I want for it to have all sorts of tunnels, etc. Then rearrange it after I clean it and let it run around in a ball while I'm at it. Make it all new and different. Yep. Absolutely. Joe in the corner. Oh, Lord. Thank you.
Okay. Again, I feel like I had missed the thread on my own show, which
Oh, Viki.com, you can customize the look of subtitles and everything. Good site. I am a fan of subtitles, even when it's in English and I can hear it. Oop, pretty sad not to be able to afford a gerbil. Good Lord, facepalm. I used to work at the U of I full time, so this is definitely humbling. You know what? Startup costs for anything, even when they're quote unquote inexpensive, can be expensive. So don't, no, it's not sad. It's a startup cost. And managing productivity while chatting. Love it. I have not been productive at all, and I'm fine with that. Oh, oh, he's gone completely.
I think Nick's internet might have dropped.
Oh dear.
So we'll give him a few minutes here. That or either his internet dropped or he somehow managed to hit the power button without turning towards it. One of the two. But we'll keep the stream going here for a few minutes and see if he pops back in or if one of us ends up getting a message. And actually, while we're waiting for him to pop back in, what ads has he played? Do you remember offhand?
Oh, he played. I don't think we've really played any.
All right. Well,
We
let's.
played mine.
Did you guys play the one for Bladed?
No, we have not played
All right. Well,
Bladed yet. So go ahead with that one.
We'll see you guys in about 30 seconds.
Welcome, friends. I'm Bladed Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every other Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADEDTH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
And we'll play one more here. We're going to play a little bit lengthier of one. We will play the ad for. I imagine he's probably already done cryptids.
No, not
League
yet.
of Cryptids. No.
We're way behind on the ads.
Okay, well, let's play the one for League of Cryptids.
Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. For millennia, these creatures have perplexed the human race. But what if they are forces of good? What if they have been sent here by a federation of more advanced alien species to help and defend the human race? That's the premise of League of Cryptids, a new comic book by Grant Lankard, creator of the smash hits Beowulf and Memoirs of the Morbid. His new comic, League of Cryptids, is a 4-part story involving these 5 creatures banding together to defend Earth from an invading alien race, just as one of their members is losing faith in the human race and questioning their mission. The epic tale begins in League of Cryptids 1.
All right, and we're back. I sent Nick a message, and he's seen it, so I'm waiting to see if I get a reply here. We may be closing out the show for him. Yep, his internet dropped.
Ooh.
Let me close out the show. Or are you coming back?
All right. Well, I will continue with some comments.
Yep.
While we're waiting there. And Dawn said, no misthread, there is a duck making her nest outside the courthouse. She's in the daffodils. I wanted to see your take on it. I sent you the pic Ted sent me yesterday. Aw, Sounds super cute. Nick froze. Oh, now he's gone.
He gone.
Yeah. I am only productive with sitting at my table writing jobs I want to look into because I have to. Lol. Yeah, I'm not even productive when I have to do things. I still have to type up those notes for you, Joe. Play thesis ad. Oh, sorry for missing the rest of the chat. Whoops. It happens. Look, Johnny, snow. Pretty sure Johnny thinks that's all just made up. We are Dawn's spirit people,
Yeah, well, you're haunted.
right? CGI. Cold doesn't exist. Sarah's just rambling. Rambling's fine.
Well, I did hear back from Nick. I asked him if he wanted me to close out the show or if he was coming back. He said, please do so. Even my phone is shutting down. Sorry, guys. So with that, we will wrap up the show here, and Nick will be back. Oh, he just sent another message. It's taking a literal minute to even get my messages to send. So yeah, his internet provider just totally dropped.
Yeah, it did.
But with that, we will close out the show here. Nick will be back on Friday for Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, and also Friday evening for the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. There will be no The Burning is Love tonight, at least from me. I don't know if there's going to be any other streams tonight. Looking at you, dear. Nope. Okay.
We got stuff to do. I don't know when I'm going to be back from mushroom hunting.
Oh, that's right. You're mushroom hunting today. Yeah. But with that, we will see you guys later. And Dawn, yeah, you're definitely haunted by us. Bladed, yay, my ad.
Yes.
And Miss Sarah says, well, thanks for the stream, guys. Have a lovely day, everyone. And Dawn saying, bye, everyone. See some of you, whenever. Love all. And we love you guys too. We will see you next time. Have a great day.